きっと今日で最後になる。誰かに私を求められたいそんな時、喜ばれるとここにいていたないか。魔法の書の海に潜り編み出した世界が得る魔法。その心体全て世界の力に捧げよう。さあ play with me play for us 魔術師になる日刺激そして魔法唱えて世界を変えよう。これから数えきれない人々が私を待ってる。無邪気に編んだその魔法は出来すぎていた。正教会はそのマックス意志を指して魔女と呼んだ。余白が足りなくて書き尽くせないな。まだまだ考えてた人を幸せにする魔法を届けたかった。その心体全て世界の利益に捧げよう。さあ play with me play for us そう私が心体涙すべては私がなくなればハッピーエンド世界を救って見つけられた魔女の日記。その余白のメモが世界救う光になる。
What's up, King Claw? Hold on. Hold on. What's up, Maligo? Okay. I know. Crap, I love this song, actually. Bisero. Okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. Let me be straight up here when I say this. Actually, let me be straight up here when I say, actually. Jesus, that's terrible. What's up, Twitch? What's up, Cake? What's up, YouTube? All you guys, hold on. Why did he add all this music to my... Jesus. What word is this? Bro, my playlist has been invaded. I don't even recognize it anymore. So I'm sure I'm gonna share playlist, bro. I don't even recognize it anymore. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna be honest. I'll be honest with you. What's up, Chico? I'll be honest with you. I've never invested so much time in VTubers ever. Despite me being one, I didn't know as much as I do now. It's actually crazy. It's actually insane. I've never. But let me get this started, bro. Oh. Oh wait, hold on. Hey, what's up? What'd he say? Wait, hold on. Let me get something. I'll respond to that. I promise. Okay, what? Oh, that. Hold on. No. I don't know what he's talking about. Oh crap, I know what the problem is. Actually, that's good. That's actually perfect. That's literally perfect. Okay, we're good to go. Okay. Few disclaimers. I've never dealt with so much data or information regarding VTubers ever. I'm not into VTubers. I'm not in part of the culture. I'm not even a part of a community that involves himself with VTubers or a specific VTuber entity. So this was all me going in blind. But because of my big brain, I mean, I could process all the information. But let me pull it up for you guys. But let me pull it up. Oh crap. Okay. Dang, am I in the way for real? I might be. If I am, I'll make myself bigger. Okay. I never involved myself with VTubers. The only reason I became a VTuber is literally because of the fact that I want to conceal my identity. I work a pretty secure job. I can't get in trouble with things I say and do, obviously. And I think that's the case for a lot of different people that go into VTubers, but for this, it's not necessarily what's the most popular VTuber persona. This can honestly, I think this delves into more content creation in general, right? I don't think that it's just VTubers in general that have these different personas, but for this stake, if you are interested in becoming a VTuber, that's the thing. I was reading a lot of different. Actually, do something real quick. Let me do something. Ew, what the world? I'm trying to find my playlist below, bro, but okay, but seriously, I'm gonna be honest with you. All of these, the thing is, what I wanted to figure out was uh, the repetition or repetitive nature of these video like VTuber 101, how to become a VTuber, how to start off, what to do, content creation, what like all this stuff. It became super repetitive, bro. Essentially, it was almost like they just watched other videos and decided to just put their one spin on it. Like, oh, one video talked about, oh, you should focus on not buying a lot of different things. What are some hacks, how to freaking get something for cheap. Like for instance, you should focus on maybe your audio more, spend 200 500 that, but everything else, like they gave little nitpicky tricks and tips. I was like, okay, well, this is interesting, but honestly, this is just in general. This doesn't really correlate to what it means to be a VTuber. And what it means to be a VTuber is essentially your character, the persona that you produce, your brand, the content that you produce behind that persona of a VTuber. And there's one decent now granted, I didn't go around searching, I didn't, but essentially all I did was just go I did some field research. I literally just typed in VTuber 101. I watched like 10 to 20 videos. I obviously I watched them on like 2x speed, but it just became tedious. Like they just said the same thing. Oh, folk, don't buy expensive model. Don't focus on the materials that you need to start. Focus on content creation. Focus on videos. Don't stream for this amount of times a week. X, Y, and Z. I mean, like, sure, that's decent knowledge, but that's pretty much just for any content creator. That's just not for VTubers. Like that should be, not common sense, but common knowledge if you do enough research on the topic of content creation. And I was trying to figure out, okay, well, the question that I want to figure out is what makes, you know, what makes a VTuber VTuber? And after just watching the VTubers, I came to the conclusion that despite, and we're going to go over this on Friday, the different themes of not the different themes, but the different content categories that people produce, not people, but VTubers produce in gaming, cooking, singing, ASMR, like all that stuff. It's the brand that they have. the persona that they emit, so people will want to continue watching the things. That's what, honestly, content creation is just one part of it, but what you need to understand is what is running the market if you really want to succeed as a VTuber, and you can learn from other VTubers in the space as well. So that was the reason why I started this series. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet. Maybe data blocks. I don't know. But essentially, I want to answer questions that no one seems to have the answer to, or that just seem so that require a bit of work to get the answer to. And because the easiest thing that you could say for content creation is just do this, do just X, Y, and Z, A, B, and C. But really, there's a lot more than that. Okay, so what are the most popular VTuber personas? Actually, let me do something real quick before I start. Let me do something. Let me do something. Yo, what's up? Uh, no. Jesus. What freaking music at, bro? I got so many playlists, it's actually ridiculous. There's so many playlists, it's actually ridiculous. I guess we're chilling in Minecraft, I don't know. Okay, so what are the most popular VTuber personas? So first we're gonna go over freaking our research focus. Now, I'm a data scientist. I'm a data analyst. When I try and figure out a problem, I go through models, which I utilize. I go through models and I go through information. I gather information and I form a hypothesis. And through the hypothesis, I try and get key information that can help prove my theory. And then I form a conclusion based on it. That's essentially whenever you're trying to answer a question, that's essentially what it comes down to: forming a hypothesis, getting the correct data information, then coming to a conclusion. You can sometimes your hypothesis could be completely wrong, but the fact of the matter is that you always have to remain open. So for this one, our research focus was based on the key platform for VTuber entertainment, analysis of popular VTubers, observation of popular VTubers, videos and streams, VTuber trends through reports and public perception, and VTuber community conception. So we're going to be focusing on these two. These last three are essentially just what I use to perform the analysis. And plus, like I got it got a bit deep with these three. I don't think that there's a lot of I don't think there's going to be the required retention needed for to go into these three. I mean, it did get interesting, but really it was just a bunch of data and numbers and stuff. I can only make things so interesting, but maybe I can try. But for now, we're going to focus on the key platforms. So, what are key platforms? Oh my goodness. The primary VTuber platforms are YouTube and Twitch. This is no surprise to anyone. There are several in the industry right now, such as Bilibili, there's a Chinese, and there's Engium US that's coming out of what? It's coming out of Japan, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there are several platforms for VTubers, but these are going to be our primary focus because their metrics are easy. Their social blade, their stream charts, the statistics can come easier to us, so we're going to focus on them. Not only that, but because of the fact that if you go to the bottom, YouTube, Twitch, and gaming, subscriber, follower counts, content diversity, reach, and since I could get all this information that is required to form our hypothesis, it's all right here on these basic platforms. So that's why I chose these two. Nothing more, nothing less. Not because I favor them, not because I like them, but because they can provide the most information and data for our research. That's pretty much it. Okay. Okay. So we got our primary VTuber platforms. We can go to our top VTuber pool. Okay. Yo. For all these guys, bro, you would not believe the amount of I probably this is probably gonna be the only week that I dive this much into VTubers as I already have, because it's it's crazy. Like I remember, this is crazy. So we have two VTuber. We have, well, essentially this is the top VTuber pool, and VTuber means that they're primarily on YouTube, or most of the statistics, or they're just primarily on YouTube. They're essentially just VTubers, virtual tubers, or virtual YouTubers. So based on subscribers from left to right, got Gura, Hansho Marine, Usada Pecora, Kobo Canero, and Mori Calliope. I'm probably butchering those names, my bad. If that's your favorite VTuber, I'm so sorry. Based on growth, we have Saw, Sakura Miko, Manada, Aqua, Kazuha, Ozuro, Subaru, and Gosegu. So as you can see, based on subscriber count, or the amount of people that have subscribed to the account, which is essentially just high numbers. I didn't base it. Now these aren't necessarily. Well, actually, yeah, these are the highest. These are the highest. Now I don't know if they're ordered that, but these are definitely the highest. Now, for based on growth, what I did was essentially if they have grown exponentially from the amount of time that they started to now. And that could be things from watch time to subscriber count to maybe the amount of video watch time that they have accumulated in that period. But essentially these guys are up and coming stars that aren't necessarily at the level that these guys or these gals are, I guess, these gals are, but they're definitely up and coming. I don't cover VTuber news. I mean, but that's just what the data shows. I did go, like, my source, as you can see, was hololist.net. That's where I kind of got the list of subscribers, and plus where I utilized some of the data for the growth metric. And then of course I went on and got some other material from several different sources. If you want a source list, I can provide that, but for the most part, that's pretty much HoloList is what I used. So Sakura Miho, Uzuhari Ugo. So that's gonna be them, the VTuber pool. So the top V streamer pool is gonna be based on viewer count and followers, which is the top, and then based on watch time exponential growth, which is the bottom. So for based on viewer count, we have Nemu Space Cat, Iron Mouse, Shy Lily, Shoto, and Vebe. Then based on watch time, exponential growth, we have Philly and Bao, neuro-sama, Zentreya, and Project Melody. These guys are already up and comers. These guys were already creating the show. Most of them, okay, so while I was talking with one of my colleagues, he was like, well, isn't this data skewed because the top left, their view count followers was the epidemic, the COVID-19 numbers. Essentially, it kind of sprouted them up, but I mean, I'm actually in the way. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. You're definitely right, bro. Why can't I select myself? Okay, I'm in the way, bro. Where can I put myself? Maybe I can, like, that's yo, I'm just gonna move myself around, I guess. I'm just gonna move myself around. But now I'll stay like right here, bro. Okay. So okay, you can see them all. You can see them all, my bad. Okay. But so for the top left, it was pretty easy. It was pretty easy to figure this out based on viewer count, followers. This is pretty much just the up and coming. There's really no order. But V streamer means that they're a streamer. Most of their content is primarily streamed, versus the virtual tubers, which mostly have video content or recorded or pre-recorded content. These individuals primarily stream their content. Their content is driven by community, well, not a community engagement, but just engagement in general, and based on watch time. So these numbers were pretty easy to get, and these numbers obviously will pretty much show the amount of growth that they have. So there really wasn't any any skews I needed to throw in to get a better number. Nemu Space Cat, Iron Mouse, Shy Lily, Shoto, Bebe. You've seen the name. Even if you don't watch VTubers, or if you're just a streamer in general, you've seen these names before. They've been on your left sidebar maybe once or twice, or maybe on the front page when they're doing their events or their dated 3 million. Like, I don't even watch Iron Mouse, but I know that she's like, oh wait, 2 million, I think. 2 million. But you've seen them. That's why at the top, because unlike YouTube, right, these guys, they're gonna stay prevalent because of the the algorithms are always gonna push them up because they're at the level that they're at. Now, based on watch time, exponential growth. Now, this one was a bit interesting, but essentially these guys, like they've been up and coming, but essentially they aren't at the same level as these guys, but the amount of number they've had exponential growth based on the amount of time from which they started, which was like for most of them it was 2022, 2021, 2023, and from that time, they kind of grew. Fillion, what she started 2021, she had exponential growth from from the fact that her niche was the full body tracking. Bao with her voice range, neuro-sama AIs, and Treya. Well, she had exponential growth, but Zentrea with I don't know what her niche is, maybe like text to speak, I guess. I don't watch her enough. And Project Melody, and for obvious reasons, I won't get into I won't get into that for reasons. But we have two pools, but now we need to mix it up a bit, and that's mainly because, like I said, you can't always rely on this sort of data because these people are pretty much already at the top of their game, and we'll go over why they're at the top of the game and the things that they can do later on, but that's not what we're necessarily focused on right now. So we need to figure out, okay, these guys are pretty much already, they're pretty much like high tier, mid to high tier, up and coming, or they're already at the top of their game. So we really can't conclude that, oh, that's what the market wants, even though they had exponential growth, even though they had the highest numbers. That the market could change. The market could change in a few months' time, in a year time. So that's why I decided to include a new pool as well. Fastest growing VTubers pool. Now, these individuals are some of the fastest growing VTubers pool, regardless of if they're a V streamer or a VTuber, right? These guys are coming pretty high in their specific categories. Doki Bird, Nong Hanging, Harris Kane, Kershik Tort. Wow, I'm so sorry. And Emmett Cookies. I'm sorry as well. I probably butchered that. But Doki Bird, obviously from the whole event with Niji Sanji, that whole situation that spiked her up. But of course, she's keeping those numbers. That's the thing. Even though she was given a leg up on popularity, she's still keeping those numbers, and that's because she's a decent VTuber. She's a decent performer. Non Kanging, Harris Kane, Cursator, Emma Cookies. Now there's specific reasons why people like these individuals, and that's what we're going to go over. Because, like, for instance, for Doki Bird, it was easy. For Non Hanging, they're just like, I think they're one of the highest. They're probably one of the, I think the Indian VTubers you can honestly count on like two hands. I think maybe even one. So that's probably why she's or he is prevalent. I'm not sure on their gender, but I'm assuming from the bow. I don't do the gender tags, but I'm assuming from the bow that they're female. But who's to say? They're dogs, so they could go by they or dog. I don't know. Harris Kane, Crustor. We're gonna go exactly between why they are possibly the best, not the best, but the best in their category. So, analysis. I went through each and every one of these VTubers, and I watched 10 to 15 minutes of their live streams, of their videos, and I wrote down some notes on the type of VTuber that they are and what they bring to the table. Because that's the thing. If we're analyzing these popular VTubers, obviously people watch them. Obviously they're popular. Obviously people watch them for a reason. So for Gargura, I'm not going to go over each and every one. But this is just for, honestly, if you think that if you're interested in VTuber and you're trying to figure out, or you're just interested in this data, you could go over this, you can stop and watch. But for me, I'm just, this is just this is from my field of vision. And I also had help from one of my AI assistant on some of this. So it wasn't just me, that was giving this, but it's essentially just me plus a bit of help from someone that is non-opinionated. But anyways, got a girl, childlike, playful demeanor, engaging with chat, talks about inner life experiences. We got household marine, lewdness, playfulness. You saw, the the language barrier was real. I had to translate some stuff. I literally had to get a speak to text to speak. So for most of these live streams, because these guys speak Japanese or Chinese or whatever, I could not understand any of them for the long. But honestly, hey, it was interesting. But discuss a wide range of topics. So these essentially went over and went to each of their streams and just try to figure out, because honestly, this is coming from someone that has never. I'm in the way. This is coming from, I think, like, that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. So this is coming from someone that doesn't watch VTubers at all, or nor any of these VTubers. Like, and these guys I have not watched. So this is data, or these are notes coming from someone that's just watching for the first time ever. And as soon as I join the stream, because honestly, that's what it is. If you're a popular VTuber, you need to be able to promote yourself or admit your brand or your character rather when you're a VTuber, be able to bring people in as soon as they hit that stream. As soon as they come in, they should know what you're about. And like for instance, for Sakura Miko, playful, energetic. Minato, awkward, clumsy, hardworking main persona. Shy, introverted. Kuzuha, laid back and easygoing. As soon as you join these, sir, the reason why people come in is because it really doesn't matter about the VTuber's persona. It matters about and that's a whole nother topic, but it's the amount of individuality that you emit to the person that you're watching. But energetic, playful, tomboyish, and sporty. And I literally just going around for each and every one of these guys. Shy, Lily, playful, mischievous. Shoto, confident, charismatic. Bebe, sassy, and bold. Just watch their VTuber, not watch them, but essentially as, analyze them, their mannerisms, what they said, what they did, how they spoke, their engagement with viewers, engagement with people that they chat with, etc. So Project Melody, playful, and Lou persona. And it was honestly very interesting to do that. Excellent field research opportunity. And then Dokibur, bubbly, mischievous, non-hanging, energetic, and playful, strong viewers. Harris Kane enjoys interacting with his audience in a thoughtful manner. Krista Tor enjoys sharing her artistic process, creation with viewers, elegant, refined. And Mikuki, sweet and cheerful, often collaborates with other YouTubers who create engaging content. We'll get back to that later. So, based on all of that, there is some interesting. Oh, I'm in the wig, and my God. Okay, I can actually lift myself up a bit. Yay. So, based on all of this, my friend gave me that meme, so I decided to use that. I thought it was funny. Well, wait, will YouTube flag that? I don't know. Maybe. My bad, YouTube. Okay, but anyways, last is popular YouTubers. Based on all of this information, I decided to put that into a graph and figure out the repetitive characteristics. The repetitive characteristics that I found were playful, mischievous. Well, some of the highest characteristics that I found between all these VTubers. And each of these pools, VStreamer, VTuber, and high accumulating popularity, is playful, mischievous, engaging with chat viewers, and energetic, high energy. And because I found, okay, well, these are the outliers, I decided to put it into a graph. And based on this graph, I just kind of poked around and figured out who fit in these four. So blue is playful, mischievous. Orange or light orange is engaging with chat viewers. Lavender is energetic, high energy, and white is collaborative content, but it's a bit gray for people to easily see. And you can see it right here. Some people have some of these qualities, some people do not, and that's okay. What we're looking for is who's the most popular. This is just essentially just a gauge at what's going on in the market right now. But you can already see, based on this data, we already have several different. Hey, we have several engaging with chat and viewers. Some people do do a good job of it. Some people don't. That's just not saying that they don't do, like, if they don't have the bar. That's not saying that they don't. It's just saying that that isn't a characteristic that belongs to them. Like for instance, a lot of YouTubers, they can read chat, and actually a good example is maybe Fillion. With Fillion, she will, with Fillion, I think you can text to speak. You can give her different what is that? She has like a wheel that you can spin for punishments on her. You laugh, you lose. And Zentrea, she has like she has several different apps for you to be able to connect with the VTuber. Essentially, they have different tools for it. Some people or some VTubers, they just want to be able to listen to the chat and just respond. That's good and all, but that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for active engagement, or essentially just doing it to a high enough degree so that if you come and you decide to maybe give them bits or text to speech, then it's memorable. You can create a memorable experience with that VTuber is what I'm saying. So, and this is what's going on. So if you don't see something, that's not saying they don't do it. Like, people can be playful and mischievous, but that isn't an outlying identity for that individual. So, energetic high energy, same thing. You can be energetic high energy, but that isn't based on the data that I got from different reports from different VTuber communities, people outside the community. That's not how they would describe this YouTuber. Sure, anyone can be high energy, but that isn't something that is natural to their persona. So as you can see, some people have all three, and some people even have four. But for the most part, this is just an analysis sheet. This is just something I put together. So we got the top 5 performers based on this analysis. We got the top 5 performers, which is going to be Fillion, Ironmouse, Shy Lily, Dokubert, and neuro-sama. Oh my goodness! Wow, no one saw this coming. I'm gonna go down here again. Actually, I'll maybe go over here in this little corner. So 75% predominantly on Twitch. That's of course excluding Dokubert. Now she does have a Twitch account, but she doesn't primarily stream. She is a VTuber. Both these guys, the 4 ladies, well, not 3 ladies in the bot. I don't know if bots are allowed to have pronouns, but the bot and the bot and 3 ladies, they are V streamers. 75 predominantly on Trips, predominantly on Twitch. And I put at the bottom, meaning it could be what the market dictates on Twitch primarily. So I put that down there to essentially give you just a heads up that just because I got a poll, you saw the amount of people. I got 10 people, not 10 people, but 5 groups of 2 based on different categories or different metrics from Twitch and YouTube, plus just like a wild card group based on people that are up and coming, that are high grossing in numbers or in statistics. So is this what people can this work on anywhere? Could this work anywhere? I won't say that, but you probably have a great chance, because of the fact of the matter is that VTuber society or VTuber enthusiasts want this. Based on this data, they want these types of individuals, on their platform, or want to watch them for long periods of time. So that's just 75% predominantly on Twitch. Can this work on other platforms? Does it, mean that it works on every other platform? No, it does not. But you have probably a better chance of, now that we'll go into what I mean by all this. Like, I don't say you have to act like these people, but we'll go more into that later. But spikes in performance from collaborative content range from near 200% increase in peak viewership, chatters, and watch time. Now that's just something to keep in mind for the next slide. Now, most of these individuals, sure, they accumulate good numbers themselves, but of course, when several of these individuals, and that's why honestly you've probably seen them on, honestly I think you've seen a few of them, like Fillion, Shy Lily, Dokubert, neuro-sama. I'm pretty sure Fillion has done content with all 3 of them. I don't know about Iron Mouse and who she's done content with. Maybe she's done content with some of them, but I know Fillion has. I've seen some shorts, I think, on her with all these 3. And that's because they're in a high performance pool for a reason, because they know the exact type of persona they produce. But with this persona that I'm about to introduce to you, the great thing about it is it essentially works as it's 2 times as effective with people or viewers that watch you with this person, because it's like it's like you go to the store and you're like you're buying hot dogs, right? And what goes great with hot dogs? Ketchup. But then when you're picking up the ketchup, you look to the right and you see some mustard. You see a bottle of mustard, like, wow, ketchup is great, but mustard is also, it's pretty good. They're complementary to each other, and that's called a complementary device. When you pitch one of these individuals with one or more of their with people that are alike, not people, but VTubers that are alike, they complement each other, and it's kind of like they're playing tennis back and forth with their jokes, with their antics, with their behavior, with the type of engagement they have with their viewers, and they work really well with each other. So significant variety in content next. So the great thing about another thing about this high performance pool is that they have variety in content, and that's mainly because that their brand emulates or emits at such a high capacity that they can pretty much do anything. They can cook, they can sing, they can. I don't know if these guys have done ASMR. I'm pretty sure one or two of them have. Maybe. I would bet $2 on that at least two of them yeah, two of them. Two's a good number. Two of them had done ASMR. I know Shy Lily. I think Iron Mouse sings. But reaction videos, that's Fillion, that's neuro-sama, that's Iron Mouse, pretty much anything, because their brand is that impactful, And I'm gonna give you the name of their persona later, but that's the reason why they are able to produce content in any aspect, because they just have the persona for it. So innovative and unique content, that's a whole nother thing. I'm gonna be honest with you. Iron Mouse vocal collins, Fillion physical comedy, VR Suns, Doki Bird has pranks, and neuro-sama has AI driven unpredictability. So another thing, along with their personas, they also have unique aspects of themselves that complement them in several different ways. Iron Mouse, the vocal talents, Fillion the physical comedy, it works well. Doki Bird with their pranks, it works well with their persona, right? So when you're thinking about, oh my goodness, I want to be maybe, honestly, yeah, let's go to the next slide so I can talk, because it's kind of hard when So 5 key elements for the top performance pool is going to be high energy. So this is what's going on. So I kind of put them where they shine the most, but for instance, for Fillion Nemo Space Cat, it's strong viewer interaction, right? Fillion, she has different things on. She honestly, the fact that she reads reads things constantly on stream. Not only that, has several different aspects that can include viewers on her stream into her actions. Dokubar and Shy Lily, diverse creation content. Both of them, I'm pretty sure, both of them have sung, cook. They play games, reaction ASMR. They just have a lot on their plate. They do a lot. Iron Mouse nerds, some high energy and playful personalities. They're just really, that's the type of persona that they emit. And community building and innovative unique content are big aspects of all 6 of them. So these are just kind of like why they're in the high performance pool, because they have all of these things down packed. The high energy, the playful, diverse content creation, strong viewer interaction, community building, innovative unique content. So powerful persona subcategories. Now I wanted to get into this before. I'm in the perfect position actually. Wait, let me move myself over. I don't know if I was covering anything on the last slide, but so before we get into the most popular, to answer our question, I wanted to get into some insight on popular VTuber persona subcategories and a disclaimer. So even though this data is going to be conclusive, the only thing this is doing is answering a question. This isn't the say on or be all. Like I said, market could change. People change their minds on what they want all the time. So these are just a few popular VTuber personas, just in case, you don't have to act like the type of individuals that I'm about to, you don't have to have the persona of the most popular VTubers to become a popular VTuber. These individuals are at the top of their game or at the top of their niche. That's the reason why I have them in front of these specific personas. Project Melody for edgy and provocative, Curse Torti for elegant and refined, Mora Calliope for serious and forgetful, Shoto for confident and charismatic, and Shy Lily for sweet and soft-spoken. Sweet and soft-spoken. So these individuals, even though they're not in the top spot, not in the top spot, but in the top, they don't have they're not the most popular persona. That doesn't mean that they aren't popular. Obviously they are. That's why they're here on this sheet. So that's just a disclaimer. This is just to answer a question. This isn't saying, oh my goodness, you have to act this way if you want to become popular. There's no guarantee. And the reason why it works for these individuals is because, in my opinion, I think that they either have enough practice with this persona. Who knows if they're like this off stream, or they have enough practice with persona, or they are just that type of person. So that's just something to keep in mind. Okay. Yeah, so what are the most popular VTuber personas? We have high energy and playful, edgy and provocative, and sweet and soft spoken. So high energy and playful, VTubers of this persona type are faster at building brands through various content funnels. And this is what I wanted to talk to 2 slides ago. So also, disclaimer, this was kind of what I utilized. The bottom observation of popular VTuber streams, which I did. VTuber trends through reports and public perception, which I also, found out through several different reports. And VTuber community perception, which is through Discords, Reddits, Twitter feeds, like everything. Essentially, I just scoured. Oh my goodness, you can't see. Oh my gosh, you can't see. So that's what I utilized to come to this conclusion. So high energy and playful, VTubers this persona type of faster building brands through various content funnels, and that's mainly because of the fact that if they're high energy and playful, they're essentially their brand builds faster because they don't. With playfulness, you pretty much there are several different things that can go into a playful demeanor. You can be talkative. You could be, well, honestly, you could be talkative. You could be mischievous. You can be abrasive. The brand builds faster if you're high energy. It's because it brings people along. When someone, gets off of their hard day of work or they get out of school, they want to forget about their life's troubles for a while. And the best way to do that is to get to someone that's very whimsical or playful, and they make you feel like you're a kid again, or that you're essentially just they make you forget about your day to day for their streams time. Sweet and soft spoken, VTubers this persona type have excellent communication, community retention, and engagement. Now, obviously, because of the fact that they're sweet and soft spoken, their communities are tighter because they feel as though that they need to protect the individual. I forgot the word for it. But essentially they want to just protect the VTuber because they're shy, they're sweet, they're God's gift upon this very earth. We must protect them, and they form a tight bond within the community. And once someone comes in, you're either with or you're against. There's only two options, and that's why sweet and soft spoken VTubers are best at community retention and engagement, because when you hop into their streams, like Shy Lily, who else did I have? Shy Lily, Bao, you come into their streams, like, oh my goodness, this community, they're so loving. People say, I think while I was watching a few streams from 2 of those, like people were, Doki Bird too. Well, she's not sweet and spoken, but oh yeah, that's another thing. That's why I added these arrows, because some of these can mix and match. Like for Doki Bird, I say playful and sweet, because when she was saying people were like having birthdays or talking about their jobs and stuff, and I've only seen a few VTubers do this. VTubers or content creators where someone actually feels though that they're in like a family, a close-knit family like community where they can give highlights of the day or different things that they've done. Like, someone was having a bad day, maybe someone got a promotion, maybe someone just had a kid, and they're just able to open up to each other like, like you would to a friend or, a close neighbor or a family member. And that's what Sweet and Soft Spoken, that's why their community retention and engagement is so strong, is because they feel they have that. Well, if someone's sweet, a VTuber is sweet, then they most likely try to double down on that family close knit type of community that cares about each other, that nurtures their time together. So that's why they have community, they have excellent community retention. That's just simply because the Sweet and Soft Spoken. The community wants to protect them and they're close knit. Edgy and provocative. YouTubers of this persona have high watch rates in platforms such as YouTube and TikTok. Why is this? Well, mainly obviously people like edgy and provocative content because, for the most part, if you've been on the internet for a while, you probably have a not high, but like a decent percentage of edginess that you accumulated or provocative that you accumulated. Everyone can get a bit nasty, a bit provocative or a bit flirtatious with the things that they do online, So these individuals, they allow you to, let out your frustration that you normally wouldn't be able to, I guess, with any other people, with just like in general. I guess you could say that a lot of people, and, including myself, based on our jobs and the lives that we have to live by a specific code or have to don a mask while we're in society. So edgy and provocative communities allow you to shed that mask and be, total degenerate with, abiding by the rules, of course, or, essentially just be lawless. And see this for Shoto and Project Melody, where they allow people to come in, and because of the fact that they have this sort of vibe where just be, we're a bit, we're a bit crazy here, so just say whatever. It's actually very interesting to watch these sort of VTubers because essentially, like I said, everyone just wants a space where they can be themselves, and a lot of people on the internet, the reason why they join the internet and or a specific community is because they want to find more people like them. So when you join stream and you see people saying different like nasty, naughty things, it's kind of a relief. You're like, oh my goodness, hey, I can say some things, because you normally can't say that. That's the reason why. And YouTube and TikTok, the reason why their videos do so well is because they want a piece of that. They want a piece of that community. And TikToks do very well as well. Like provocative, you see this with crap. I forgot what it's called. It's like mommy ASMR or oh man, I literally just looked it up. It's well, I think mommy ASMR is probably like the best way to put it, but man, I think I searched up in a. It's like, what is it called? Oh, Thirst Trap. Thirst Trap. There we go. Thirst Trap. Thirst Trap when like VTubers with like low voices or the mommy VTubers, they kind of talk and like honestly this is for like any content creator, but they have that low voice and try and provoke or be provocative to the people that they're playing games with or different, just their teammates or whatever. That's what people like to see because sometimes they want to be provocative or sometimes people want to be provoked or sometimes they're interested in having that sort of mommy figure or daddy figure or I don't know in their life because it's interesting. I won't get into the whole psychological effect of that. Just know that edgy and provocative does well on YouTube and TikTok. So another disclaimer as well, just because I am saying that these things are, I just wanted to answer a question, what are the most popular VTuber personas? I'm not saying that you have to act this way. You don't. Like I said before, these are the big five in the industry right now, just based on the fact that some of the biggest, and these are some of the biggest creators do have these personas that they extrude when they're on stream. Do you have to play? Do you have to be high energy and playful? No. Do you have to be sweet and soft spoken? No. Edgy and provocative? No. If that isn't the type of personality that because the thing is, the reason why it works for these individuals is because they most likely either truly are that type of individual and they extrude their best selves make sure their best selves on on stream, or they've played the part enough to be able to do it on command. So, and for anyone that's just starting out into streaming or VTubing, you shouldn't be trying to do either. In my opinion, you should just try and be yourself, because trying to trying to put on a show for people, and trying to honestly just trying to put on a show for people is bad, is hard enough, but also trying to create content and continue displaying that persona is going to be hard. So no, be yourself. You can honestly, like I said, the market could change, the markets could switch. You can form your own persona, and you could be on my next, I don't know if I do another list, but you could form your own subcategory, you could form your own persona, become popular. This is the say, oh, this is just based on the based on the data that I got, and based on the people that are up and coming or already at the top of the game right now. So that's kind of the message here. But thank you guys, thank you guys, thank you guys, thank you guys. So like I said, that isn't, just because I said that those are the top, that those are the, you know, those are the best right now, doesn't mean that you have to do that. That you have to, you know, that you have to be like soft spoken, all that stuff. You don't. You truly don't. Trust me, you don't. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of the thing that was like, I didn't want people to like watch this and be like, oh my goodness, have to be a specific way. No. Just be yourself. You'll be all right. Um. So uh, next week, not next week, but later this week. I don't know if I'll be streaming. Now the thing is, I don't know if I'll be streaming Wednesday, Friday, or whatever. But I think that I'll most likely stream maybe Friday. Like, cause the thing is, it's because of the fact that I've kind of find my don't. The only reason why I was gonna be streaming 3 days a week was if I did like gaming content, because gaming content is like easy. I get not easy, like well, what, who am I fooling? It's like it's easy. We'll actually go through all this stuff and what content category is best for YouTuber growth. This week, if you the theme, so this is kind of just like another thing, but I don't know what series I'm going to be calling this, but essentially every week I'm going to go over a specific topic. The topic for this week is VTubers, and honestly, when I first became a VTuber, I didn't really know what I was getting myself into. So this is just kind of like, this is interesting to me because I pretty much don't know anything about VTubers. Like I've only watched several, but like emphasis on watched, like past tense. I don't have any that I regularly watch, and I'm gonna be honest with you. The only reason why I decided to Dawn the Mask was because I thought it was cool. Like, I'm a big anime fan. I had this WinterTimeCrime is kind of a username I had for a long time. So I thought, oh my goodness, it'll be totally cool. And I'm a writer too, so creating the lore, creating the character, that was pretty much easy for me. As far as just doing it because I'm into VTuber culture or I'm into Mo or any of that, no. Far from it. Far from it. So I wanted to do this too. So essentially, like I said, every single week we'll have a specific topic, and this topic this week is going to be VTuber or VTuber, just anything VTuber now. And now usually streams are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, like I said, but I did gaming. I don't know if I'll commit to the maybe Wednesday game sessions, and maybe Monday and Friday will be just research material in like science or science technology. Like that's the thing. Like I don't know if I should be research or sci tech VTuber. I think sci tech is probably better because like research, like I want to do research, but that won't be the only thing I'll do. I'll do things like that. Like next week, we're going to be going to science technology, like how far away are we to from hover cars and stuff like that. Like I'm going to dive into a bunch of stuff. This was essentially this is more research orientated because it's more information gathering and processing that data to create a story, and that story showed us what is the most popular VTuber persona. So but on Friday, most likely, I don't know if Wednesday I'll game. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But it's gonna be a very interesting game for me to decide to play. But Friday, Friday, we will definitely do what content category is best for YouTuber girl. So hey, today you learned what is the most popular. Like I said, just a disclaimer. That doesn't mean you have to do that. That doesn't mean you have to fit that persona. That's just research. That's just market material. This is marketing material. That's just what the market, says that is in high demand for at this point in time. That doesn't mean you have to don that outgoing mask or don that provocative mask and make, like jokes, even though you're not even used to it. Like, don't. It gets cringe, and people will see right through your mask, and they're like, no, stop it. We want the real you. So no, don't do it. But Friday, what content category is best for VTuber growth? But it's been real, guys. I hope you learned something. This is like a learning. This is educational. This is for learning. Okay. I'm not throwing shade if I pronounce someone's name wrong. Oh yeah, shout out to all my research, participants, everyone here. I don't really need to shout them out because you probably know who they are. Okay, I'm not gonna give all their socials. Now for next week, everyone, everyone just, you know them, but I guess, but next week I will be getting a smaller pool of individuals that are kind of mid to low tier, like low mid tier YouTubers, because the thing is, I will be looking at high YouTubers, but the thing is, I think that pool's going to be a bit skewed because, like I said, while I'm looking at the content category for VTuber growth, I'm really looking for individuals that are I'm going to be looking at niches. Like, for instance, Vtuber crime VTuber. Like, that's actually interesting. Like, you don't really see a lot of people join into niche. Like I said, it's usually the big four. It's usually singing, reaction, ASMR, cooking, or gaming, or five rather. But we're gonna go into why I don't include reaction. We're gonna go into that. That's a whole nother thing. But singing, cooking, gaming, and ASMR. That's usually what people, or VTubers rather, get into. That's what they dabble into. And usually they can focus on gaming one time, but they're most likely, if not, I'd almost guarantee it for every single VTuber at some point in time they're going to go into the other one. That's just because what the market expects of you. You become a VTuber, people are expecting a whole lore video, like covers. You don't even have to, honestly, that's probably the thing. You probably don't even need to make original music. Just do a cover. Just do a cover. But okay, but of course I'm spoiling, Be Here Friday. Is it like a okay. Be Here Friday for that. You'll get to learn something new. Hope we learned something new today. That's gonna be it for me. Okay. Bye 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 bye.
Slick talker since a jet. WinterTime all the time, ooh, yeah. Look at the way that I move, swag. Disrespectful and I'm rude, okay. I had cocaine in the school.